Hello, and welcome back to Agents of Travel. I'm Rachel Van Ness.
And I'm Garrett Palm.
And this is the show where we kindly interrogate guests so that we can pitch them their dream trip.
Yes, and I wish we could do a little more intense of an interrogation, but, you know, we'd
like to keep it light.
We like to keep it light. And it works. We get some good stories out of people.
Yeah, and this week we have a really great episode for you for season 4, episode 4. We've got Lauren
Knutti, otherwise known as Knutti or Knoots.
Lauren is a crazy, funny comedian. I've known her, we've both known her for many years, and she's one of, I just think, the funniest people I know.
She's very funny, and if you want to see her be funny, you can watch her all over town on Fuck This Month.
They're playing at the Elysian, the Largo, UCB. They're everywhere.
And they usually get great guests. They've had guests from Dropout, from Smosh, from like all over.
from TV shows bigger than those 2 YouTube channels.
Yeah. I don't know if TV shows are bigger than YouTube channels these days.
I know, that's actually interesting.
Yeah. This is a very fun episode. It gets saucy.
Mm-hmm. So
clutch
your pearls.
Clutch your pearls if you've got them.
Yep.
Clutch them if you got them.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The thing I took away from the bit most was that I want to watch some birthing videos.
Whoa, what?
It's so insane. And I mean, this was fake, but it just looked really
Did it make
really
you
real.
want to be an OB-GYN?
Yeah. No, I'm so squeamish. But at least with a wound, horrible.
I can't.
Birth is natural.
Yeah.
Oh, so mentally as you're watching it, you're like, well, this is supposed to happen. So
yeah.
I mean,
even though it's bloody, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, aren't wounds technically natural too?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It's like the natural world isn't prepared for like a stabbing injury in the same way that it's like
prepared to give birth.
Yeah, but it was I was like, wow, watching this fake birth was exhilarating. I have to watch some real ones.
I love that takeaway. Well, Knutti, we have to come clean with you. Also, do you want to be called Lauren or Knutti?
Knoots.
Okay, Knutti. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I was like, wait
a minute.
Okay, we have to come clean with you.
Okay.
Yes. Speaking of real and fake.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We are actually, like, Rachel and Garrett are our alias.
No, we have aliases.
We have
Those are our
aliases.
real names.
Uh-huh. My name is actually Secret Agent Panakukin. I was born that way.
Yeah.
Oh
Rachel,
God.
and I was born Secret Agent Sticky Toffee Pudding. We are secret travel agents
Oh my God.
for the National Tourism and Travel Office.
Otherwise known as
Ntato.
Ntato.
Oh my God. This is crazy, you guys.
Is this too much? Are we?
Oh my gosh.
Because we've known each other for a long time, and
yeah.
we've never told you this.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is a big reveal. That's a really big reveal, you guys.
Yeah.
So the whole time we've been doing improv together.
We were also secret travel agents, and we were going
Studying
home and
you.
studying you and your
my God.
improv ways,
Wow.
and reporting it to the National Tourism and Travel Office.
Surveillance is a big thing there.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They kind of go beyond their mandate sometimes, but it's not really our place.
Yeah, we've been tasked with softly interrogating folks and pitching them their dream travel trips because we are competing for a promotion. Because we're both unpaid interns right now, so we're competing for one of us
To be full-time secret travel
my
agents.
God.
Yeah, we'll still only be making minimum wage, but between $0 and minimum wage, it's actually a really big difference.
Yeah, that's like a that's like a more than 100. That's just a huge jump up.
Huge.
Yeah. Are you okay with being interrogated?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
This is a lot to take in, but yeah, I'm okay with that. And in fact, a little excited.
Oh,
Whoa, okay.
I've never been interrogated before, but it seems like I'm going to get a lot of special attention.
I am sorry. We don't have like handcuffs
Yeah.
or like
a lamp shining right on you.
Aw.
I'm not gonna bat your non-alcoholic Corona off of the table.
Don't.
And then did you already say using the information?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to pitch you dream trips.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get this interrogation rolling. Woo. All right. Knutti, what was the first trip that turned you on to travel?
My Aunt Michelle lived in London when I was a kid, when I was growing up. And when I was in middle school, I got to go visit her with my dad and my stepmom. And I saw Cirque du Soleil in London. And with my dad, and we got epically lost trying to do buses like on the way home, and took the wrong one and ended up way far away and had to like hop across a like highway. And
Oh my God.
really we're fighting for our lives after that Cirque du Soleil show. But
Was that like late at night
yes,
too?
yeah, it was
Gosh.
after the show got out. And we like made it back to my aunt's house where my uncle and stuff, we were like, it'd been raining on us.
Oh
and,
my
like,
gosh.
but I was just like so supercharged going to sleep that night. Just like, wow, that was exhilarating.
It was an adventure.
It was such an adventure. I love Cirque du Soleil. I love circus
It's
stuff.
incredible. Whenever I've seen Cirque du Soleil twice because my mom got on a kick where like every gift was seeing Cirque du Soleil for a second. And I always leave feeling so inspired because they're such athletes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Truly so impressive. I went to high school with a girl who wanted to do Cirque du Soleil. She's like a contortionist. And I gotta check back in. I gotta see if she
Yeah,
can do
see
it.
if she's done it.
You're like,
Google
and
her.
that was the end of my story.
And that was the end of my story.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, oh shoot, could I get some free tickets from?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's truly so epic. I got to see I saw one in Vegas a couple of years ago too, where it was the water one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
what it's called, but like the stage is a big pool and they're like flipping into the water. And
Yeah, I think I remember you telling us about this one because it just like to have the full stage of pool is like cool.
all the world's a pool.
All the world's a pool, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you like to see a show when you travel? Is that like...
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really do. I especially like every time I go to New York, I'm like, I gotta go see at least one Broadway show. I went to I think my first trip overseas was to Toronto when I was a kid, and I saw The Lion King on Broadway. And it's like, yeah, I do think a lot of the things that stand out to me over the years of traveling are like, what cool big
yeah.
performance did I see?
Do you like to go to concerts when you travel at all, or...
I don't know that I've ever done that, actually.
Okay.
That's kind of a novel idea.
It's pretty fun, I'll say.
Yeah?
It's
Have you
pretty
guys
fun.
you guys travel for concerts?
No.
No, but when
Me?
No.
But when I'm in a place, I do like to go see a concert there, especially if it's like a local kind of like band or music, because it's people are into it. Yeah,
I'm kind of meh on concerts in general.
That's fair.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
fair.
you are speaking my
It
language.
depends. If it's a concert
Meh.
where I'm sitting down and... No, you know what? I still don't really like
You'd rather be watching a show.
I'd rather be watching a play, or a musical.
You want a narrative,
Yeah.
a through line. At
Would you
least.
call a musical a concert?
Six,
Depends
I
on
would.
the type of musical. Yeah.
6 is a concert.
Six is Would you see Six in London?
Absolutely.
Can you imagine? That
Oh
would
my
be
God.
so fun.
That would be truly very fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to London before I go to Spain next month, and I'm like, I should look and see if there's a show I want to see.
That would be awesome.
That would
I
be
mean,
cool.
Natalie Palmias is over there all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, at the Soho.
Ooh,
Soho, London.
that'd
Check
be
out Soho.
fun.
The Soho theater, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
They do some fun, cool shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so the big
London.
takeaway of it was like getting lost.
Well, yeah, even it was sort of like the show was epic and incredible, but then even like just being lost and trying to figure out what to do and where to go. Like, I don't know. It's just it's magical.
Was that like a cool bonding moment with was it just you and your
me
dad?
And my dad. It, in hindsight, is like kind of a fun little story. He is not cool under pressure. He was like, he was freaking out. He was, he was pretty angry.
Yeah, he was pissed and in the rain as you were like,
Yes.
this is an adventure.
Yeah.
And he's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But in hindsight, we're like, oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
What if we just remembered it differently
Yeah.
than how it happened?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So, okay, Knutti, tell us a story about your best trip you've ever been on.
Oh, that's a tall order.
It doesn't have to be
That's a
the
tall order,
only.
Garrett.
You can, if you have a couple.
So the best trip that comes to mind, my favorite trip, one of my besties, Allison, and I, when we were 19, we were doing this summer study program in Bulgaria.
Oh, cool.
A theater. It was at the international. It was like a theater laboratory in the Rhodope Mountains in Bulgaria, in the middle of nowhere.
Whoa.
And it was like a couple months, and we were like, oh well, we'll already be flying over there. We might as well tack something on and go do a little adventure beforehand. And so we chose Istanbul.
Cool.
And really neither of us did any research. Like, our dads kind of were like, you guys should try Istanbul. We both bought all of those like travel books that we had.
Lonely
Didn't
Planet.
touch him, though.
Lonely Planet, DK or something.
DK.
What's the other one? There's
A Rough Guide. And then Fromers.
We were on the plane flying to Istanbul, and we're like, what did you think what are we gonna do? And she's like, what? I thought maybe you had some stuff in mind. I was like, I didn't. So we're like flipping through these books on the plane, trying to memorize the sign for no women allowed.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. Yeah.
And we had, like, our dads were like, make sure you cover up, like you have to like wear long dresses and cover up. So we both only packed like Mormon looking outfits.
I'll say this also
Yeah.
feels like a place where dads would send you, where they're like, you have to be fully covered. You can't talk to any men.
So we land, and we're like, okay, let's put our stuff in the hotel, and then let's just kind of walk. And I'm like, oh, that's the Bosphorus. That's the Bosphorus Strait. I think that boat is a tour of the Bosphorus, and everything is like in Cyrillic. Like, nothing looks like a language that we know, but I confidently am like, that is a tour boat of the Bosphorus. I read about that in one of the books. So we're like, okay. So we get on the tour boat, and we're like running all around, taking pictures, all excited, and everyone else is just like sitting reading their newspapers. And we're like, I don't know why they're not more excited to be on this tour boat. And then this beautiful man is like, what are you doing? And we're like, we're just, here for the tour. And he's like, this is a taxi boat to Asia. And we're like, oh no.
my.
Asia is right on the other side.
It is right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It was like maybe 40-minute boat ride or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a tour. It was just across and going to Asia. And we were like, oh, okay.
The first thing we did was getting out of this
First thing
country.
we did was get on a taxi and go away.
But why was he like? Because I love taking a ferry and like and treating it because like this is a great way to
They
go.
so clearly looked like they didn't belong there.
Yeah, we were like prancing around, like take my picture, like it just. I think it was like it was a commute sort of taxi. Yeah. And then
I think that guy just wanted to chat with you.
Well, and it turns out he did.
Okay.
And he was like, come to my polo match. Like I have like a water polo thing if it's in Asia and you can come to it and then you can have dinner with my family. And we were like, okay.
Oh my God. Both of your dads were immediately thwarted in their efforts to keep their daughters away from that.
And he's like, and I have a friend and he'll be there. My cousin is actually from the United States and she's in town. And so we just followed him to his water polo, like this country club, like on the ocean, but a floating pool on the ocean. Really cool.
Yeah.
And watched him do his water polo thing, then went and met his family. His parents didn't speak a ton of English, but they seemed like pretty happy, happy to be together, and they made us food and they were really nice. And we were like, wow, your parents are so sweet. Like they seem really in love. And he was like, oh yeah. My dad really loves my mom. He has mistresses, but he loves my mom. And that's very normal.
Yeah.
Like we were like, what? He was like, yeah, all the husbands, all the dads, like they all have mistresses here. Mm-hmm. Everyone, it's just kind of known. So that was interesting. And we ended up hanging with him and his friend. And it was very Mary-Kate and Ashley. I was crushing on this guy, Yusuf. And then he had a friend, I can't remember his name, but Allie was
crushing on
the friend. And so they just like took us all around. We became friends with his cousin Eileen, who was from Chicago. So it was like we had an English speaker, and then they would just take us all around all over town. We did spend a lot of time on this taxi boat to Asia.
Going back and forth. Yeah.
We were doing like a taxi boat of shame. We'd get wasted and hang out over there, and then like in the morning be like putting our bras on and like heading to the water taxi. And one of our last days we still wanted to see like the big famous church, I think it was.
Sophia Hagia Sophia.
Some travel agent you are.
I know. I've been to it.
Yeah. Hagia Sophia, is that what it is? But Yusuf had said that he would take us the next day, but then we all got really, really drunk. And in the morning I was like, are you still going to take us?
Hagia Sophia,
that's right.
Yes.
I was like, hey, are you still going to take us to the Hagia Sophia? And he said, no, Kitty. And just turned over and went to bed. And so Allison and I all the time were like, no, Kitty. He just couldn't say cutie. I think he was trying to say cutie. But our friend Rachel, different Rachel, came and met us for like one night. She was with her family. They also were going through Turkey before the Bulgaria trip. And she like separated from her family one night to come hang out with us. And we were like, okay, we're hanging with these guys in Asia. Come on over, it'll be great. There are all these cuties. And they brought one of their friends sort of for Rachel, and Rachel showed up, and we saw the guy, and he was like very sweet, not cute. He did look like Ozzy Osbourne a little bit.
Oh no.
And Rachel was just like, really? This is what you... But that was we were just flitting around with these hottie guys and living our lives.
Yeah.
It was really a dream.
It sounds like when you're an old woman reflecting, you'll be like, that is what it is to be young.
Really was.
Was this recommended in Lonely Planet or Rough Guide?
Yeah, in Lonely Planet, they were like, find yourself a hot guy and just go to his water polo championships.
Also, if he was a water polo player,
Yeah, Rachel's ex is a water polo player.
Yeah, Rachel's always talking about how hot water polo.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. You have to educate me.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was so fun. We were just like young and dumb and didn't care. Also, like we couldn't drink in the U.S., so then just being able to order wine was like very exciting to us.
Did he take you to that drinking neighborhood where it's just all the same bar, just serving the same
Oh my
beer?
God. I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
This was also a time in my life where I was ordering exclusively Malibu coconut. If a place didn't have Malibu, I wasn't drinking it.
Okay.
Wow.
I was in like the middle of nowhere in Bulgaria. Like, do you have Malibu coconut and pineapple? They're like, yeah, it'll be $14 for a shot.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I'm also like, because I feel like I'm such a naturally suspicious person that I'm like, guy asking me to go to his water polo match? No fucking way.
And we were like, yeah, what could go wrong?
But nothing did go wrong.
We were lucky in that nothing did go wrong.
Well, so often, nothing. I mean, look, you do want to be aware, but often, like, nothing goes wrong. Like, people, especially in the Islamic world.
Yeah.
It is natural. It is like a thing where you invite strangers to your home, like you have people over. Like that's
hospitality.
Hospitality is like a big deal in Islamic cultures.
Yeah,
and it was just being hospitable. His parents were just being hospitable. Yeah.
The girl from Chicago, she was working at a MAC Cosmetics, so she was like, "Come to the MAC store and I'll do your makeup." One day, and so we went, and she went crazy on our faces. We looked like we were like dead people.
Yeah,
but like ready for the funeral.
Yeah,
sort of like
she got you ready for your wake.
She got us ready for our wake. We were just like, our faces were so ghastly pale, and then the eyes were like so drag queen. It was really. And then we went all over Turkey. Also, the thing about like needing to cover up, while it's true at the churches and stuff, was absolutely
the rest of
not.
Istanbul, not at all.
So we were like, God damn it. We're here trying to like get our freak on with these hotties, and all we have is these like nun muumuus and nun skirts.
Did you buy any clothes there? Because they're pretty. It's it's pretty cheap. You can.
I don't think we saw much that was speaking to us.
Okay, that's fair.
I would love to go back to Istanbul, but I think that it's different vibes. It's a little different.
Yeah, Erdogan has kind of changed things.
Yeah, I think it's not going to be as
or
fun.
whatever his name is. Yeah, they have their own fascist dictator right now.
Yeah, I think I have to just like let that memory be that memory. I don't think it would be the same.
There's plenty of other places with hot guys.
Yeah, yeah. When you guys are recommending places to me, I want to have hot guys.
Well, speaking of hot, but not necessarily guys, or maybe what's the tastiest thing you've eaten on a trip?
Yusuf. Tastiest thing I've eaten. Oh my God, this is. Oh, I guess this is going to be basic, but
a hot dog in.
A hot dog in Florida. In Japan, I had the best sushi I've ever had.
Yeah.
Where it was like just the chef and the assistant, and like bringing out a fish and chopping it in front of you and like handing it to you, and it's the freshest. Just like, I mean, all of the sushi I had in Japan was better than any sushi I'd ever had before. But then also the egg salad sandwiches at the gas station. Yeah. I think about those egg salad sandwiches from the Combinis constantly. And I went to Galeson's the other day, and they had, it was like egg salad sandwich on Japanese style bread. And it was $11, and it was the worst thing I've ever tasted. That bread was not like the Japanese bread at all.
No.
And it's the fact that sandwich is like $1 or like 50 cents. Like I relate to being like, I wish my fridge was just full of those, because it's also like my perfect almost a perfect breakfast where it's like
Yeah.
just fast, easy, quick, but delicious. And
So good.
I think when we went, we had maybe one a day.
Yeah.
Like
I think
split.
every morning we pretty much had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go back and eat one every day and
Yeah.
then also bring back a cooler of them.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite from like between Lawson's or Family Mart, 7-Eleven, Daily Yums?
I was going to the 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Also, the fried chicken there is really, really,
Really?
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
the
to
gas
know. Yeah.
station, the Combini gas station.
Combini
At one
fried
of
chicken.
them, I had the best sesame ball I've ever
Yeah.
had in my life.
Daily Yamazaki. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always chasing after that sesame ball.
Yeah. We got there like in the morning and they were fresh, like fresh, like fried mochi covered in sesame with red bean in the middle.
Yeah,
It just
Yeah.
hit.
that really hits. Yeah, Asian food is my favorite.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything I ate in Japan was not that an egg salad sandwich is
Asian food.
Asian food, but
But it's how they
It's
do
still-
it that
yeah.
makes it special. But you've heard 7-Elevens here are apparently going to get the
I know, but
Japanese egg salad sandwich, but I haven't heard anything about that recently.
I haven't either.
yeah.
If that is true, I mean, it is weird because it doesn't seem that hard to make. So it's like, why isn't
Why
that
can't we do
somewhere
it?
here?
I think part of it is they do use like fresher ingredients. They have access to better eggs. Just like all the ingredients are just better and fresher. I think that's what it really comes down to. It's just like
It's our
just,
garbage ingredients.
yeah, it's just easier for them to make it cheap and good and fresh. Yeah, it's sad. But that is one of my top foods.
It's so good.
Yeah. Okay, Knutti. What tourist attraction that you've been to lived up to the hype?
Eiffel Tower.
Everybody says this.
Really?
This comes up all
This
the
comes
time.
up a lot, and it's a sore subject between Rachel and I.
You guys are anti Eiffel Tower?
No, surely you remember the story where we waited for 4 hours in the rain for
Instead
Garrett's
of-
ex instead of going to the Eiffel Tower.
That's right. You got to go back.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower sparkling at night.
Yeah, no, that's-
really is. It is not overrated.
But do you think from a distance or right there?
I think all of the above.
Okay,
Like, I really
that's fine.
think I was asking myself, what is like the most famous attraction in the world? And I think it is the Eiffel Tower. Probably.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the most recognizable.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Also in Paris.
Yeah. Yeah, Mona Lisa's up there, the Great Wall, like, but
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like the Eiffel Tower, like, it's so recognizable.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so, like, and so you'd think it's going to be stupid, but then,
It
Garrett tried
lighting
to
up.
convince me it was stupid to see it up close.
no, it's not. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And
Yeah.
also there are little rats all around, and it's kind of exciting because it's like Ratatouille.
Yeah. Do you think they stopped trying to exterminate them once Ratatouille came out?
Oh, yeah.
They were just like, we'll just let them.
Whatever.
I
That's
bet they
part of the
paid
city.
Pixar to make the movie
Yeah,
so they can
yeah.
be like, look, we
We have.
can't beat the rats. We're just going to make a movie that makes everybody think they're cute instead.
And it worked. Maybe it worked. Yeah, no, I think you got to go back.
When you saw it, were you there with a kitty or
A kitty? I have been 2 times.
Okay.
And the first time I saw it, which I think was maybe the most magical because it was the first time, I was studying abroad and I was there with one of my other best friends, Biza,
cute
and our friend Sarah Chatfield. And they were smoking cigarettes under it.
So it just seems so cool.
Yeah.
So it was very cool and just like, and that time, so that was in like 2011 or something like that. And you could like walk under it. And
Can you not
really
anymore?
So then when I went most recently, which was with a kitty. We really couldn't get it. The
Really?
Olympics had just happened, so we were wondering if it was
okay.
maybe just still
Interesting.
blocked because of that. But no, you couldn't get as up close to it. But it's romantic.
Yeah, I can't think of what's better though, like being with your friends smoking cigarettes at the Eiffel Tower or being with a cutie.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one would be better?
Both are
Both pretty
really
perfect.
nice. The thing about traveling with friends is you'll always have that. Like you're not going to break up and then be like, well, those pictures have to go.
Yeah.
But if you travel with a lover, which, I've done a lot of traveling with ex-lovers,
Yes.
and, it is like, shoot, well, once you break up, if you break up, it's a little, it's just not as, I think
The memory's more complicated.
memory's more complicated.
But the moment is different.
Yes.
And it's like, is travel for the memories or for the moment?
Oh, great
Wow.
question.
Because I haven't done much traveling with lovers. But
I feel like we've been a bunch of
I know
places.
you
Yeah,
guys have
we've
gone
been
so many places.
I mean, like
Actually-
pre-Rachel.
Garrett did surprise a girlfriend by taking her to Paris, and I bet they saw the Eiffel Tower.
We did. But
God damn it.
yeah. That was okay. That was a
And I've had to
time.
pay for my half of all my trips.
Oh my God, Garrett.
I was flush at that moment. And it was kind of a last hurrah. We were breaking up soon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Garrett knows he has me on lock.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
no, I'll be worried when Garrett does pay for the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see what the water polo guy's up to. Maybe he'd take you.
What? No. We'll go. I love Paris, but because I felt like also like when we went, you were kind of like dragging your feet to go to Paris at that time.
Why do you
Yeah.
hate Paris?
I think I do have this sort of like alt streak where if people like it, I assume I won't like it. And the funny thing is, usually I love it. I also think I should have done Paris differently, where I think I would have liked doing a spooky Paris trip.
Yeah, the catacombs.
Which would have been
Have you been to the
catacombs.
catacombs?
Ooh, no, that
They're
sounds really
crazy.
fun.
They're cool.
Yeah, I think I would have loved catacombs. I think I would have really enjoyed Jeremy and Jackie, some friends of ours. They went to this like cool, super old taxidermy shop that sounded like really interesting. And at the time too, I wasn't as into art. Like it wasn't something I had reconnected with. So I think I would one approach Paris differently, and two, I don't know what my two was. I just have do the spooky version.
Yeah. I think we are due for another Paris trip. I think it would be fun to do.
Yeah, I also, when I was with my girlfriends, we went to the Shakespeare bookstore and got some. Oh wait, actually, this was with a man. We met this We met this guy, and he was like, you guys can stay at my house tonight. So our friend Sarah was kind of like into this guy. So the four of us slept in his little tiny bed that night. But he took us to the bookstore, and then we got T.S. Eliot, a book of poetry, and read it along the Thames.
Wow, that's
The Seine. Whatever. Whatever. I'm there for the guys.
Yeah.
And so that it also felt like sort of a quintessential like Parisian kind of experience.
Yeah,
That's pretty
cute.
perfect. That's pretty spot on.
They did hook up in the bed while Biza and I were just like right there.
Were you and Biza just like pressed against each other, looking into each other's eyes, just being like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We did a lot of couch surfing
Yeah.
we stayed at the guy's house because the place that we were renting as couch surfers, there was rat shit in the bed.
Oh.
There was rat shit and dirty plates in the bed.
And you're like, Ratatouille did not prepare me for this level of.
Ratatouille. This is not Ratatouille's plates.
No, he always cleans his plates.
He cleans.
I've had a couch surfing experience like that before, but I had no choice. I was in Cairo, and it was like, the bed was disgusting. The whole
Oh no,
house,
what was wrong with the bed?
It was just like a dirty mattress, and then dirty plates everywhere throughout
with
the
dirty
whole...
plates in the bedroom?
I know. It was like a guy and his brother in their like early 20s.
See, like, it's fine to live that way. I don't want to live that way, but it's fine to live that way. Don't invite
Don't
people
invite
into your bed.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, good enough for me.
Yeah.
Knutti, what has been your biggest fish out of water moment? Follow up. What's the furthest away you felt from home, or what trip stretched you the most as a person? If that helps spark anything for you.
Oh man. Fish out of water.
Because it seems like you're pretty... Because I would say, like,
You adapt
Istanbul,
really quickly. You're like, here we are.
You went in with no plan.
Yeah,
and
I know.
You felt like you were comfortable right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Do you feel fish out of water at all?
Have I ever felt fish out of water?
Or do you always feel fish out of water?
Yeah. Maybe I'm just adapted to feeling fish out of water constantly.
Yeah.
I feel like the times that I felt fish out of water are more like in like weird rural parts of America.
Yeah.
You can
go on. Yeah,
that's pull that.
Yeah.
Traveling domestically.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if I went to school in Texas, and I would like drive there from Ohio every year to and fro, and like parts of rural, the middle of nowhere in the South, like it's kind of scary to me. Like if you're really low on gas and in the middle of like nowhere, like I feel like that's actually
You start hearing dueling banjos.
you know, like
I know that feeling. I've been at gas stations and been like, let's just
I
get
also
this
think,
going.
like, during COVID, we drove through like, even like, was it like
Utah?
Arizona or
Yeah,
Utah? But there were
Arizona,
some gas
those parts.
stations where we were wearing masks and everyone else was not. And just very much this feeling of like, we all know we don't belong.
It was like an instant identifier of our politics.
Yes, I think that's what
in
it is.
A place
it's like,
where like,
it's kind of wild.
Yeah, where the rhetoric, when the rhetoric was starting to get pretty extreme.
Yeah. So that's just me. I feel really at home in other countries, but here
you're just so cosmopolitan.
I'm so cosmopolitan. I guess it is like probably a politics kind of thing. If I'm in a really rural red place, that's like I went to like an Oklahoma sports game with my family. Sports game.
You
football sports.
Okay.
The Boomer Sooners. The Sooners.
And
everyone was
college.
yelling Boomer Sooner. And the people were nice at the game. I don't ever need to watch a football game ever again. That's not really for me. That's not the performance I'm looking for.
Okay. Take a note.
Yeah, take a note. But yeah, it just was like odd, not a match.
I mean, because I feel like when I am in these places, once I start talking to people, the fear usually goes away. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody seems, at least to me, and especially as a straight white man, you know, everybody's like very friendly with me. So I that's my experience, and like, but it is for me when I'm like, kind of see them from afar, and they've got like, I think I have seen a bumper sticker on a car at a gas station in a rural place that was basically implying, you know, kill liberals.
Yikes.
And like,
gulp.
with a picture of a AR-15 or something. But like, I'm sure if I talked to that dad, and like he'd be totally nice
it's like
to me.
Baby on board.
Yeah,
Kill all liberals.
I do feel like that's a thing. Is like most people are good. Like it's actually pretty rare. I feel like to run into somebody who's like truly
evil.
But so the Sooners game, what about it felt off to you?
I don't know. I was young. But it just was like, it just. Also, I had step grandparents who lived in Arkansas. It was just like going to rural parts of the country and like having interactions in like a gas station or a it just. I don't think that there's anything that's like. Boomer Sooner game really was weird, but
I think it's also like about the soup you grow up in because like I think if you're a city person and you go to the country, you're like, this is so dangerous and scary. And if you're a country person and you go to the city, you are like, this is so dangerous and scary.
Yeah.
So it's also just like kind of the pace of life you're used to.
And I'm a city girl. I'm from Ohio, so people assume I'm from a cornfield, but I'm from Columbus, which is a bustling metropolis.
I always thought you grew up in a cornfield.
In a cornfield? No.
Yeah.
Nope. So yeah, I'm a city girl.
We gotta quit calling you Miss Corn.
Stop calling me Miss Corn, please. I think that like the country freaks me out a little bit. Stretch to my limits was the next question.
Well, was the kind of like the elaboration of that question?
I see. Okay, so sorry, my answer's not great. I'm like, I was absolutely stretched to my limits on a football game.
No, that's good. Like
this isn't the Lion King on Broadway.
Where are the acrobatics?
I don't see a single man-made giraffe. No puppetry. Oh, the mascot. Okay, I'm back.
The stage is made out of real grass. Incredible. Okay, Knutti, if you could step into any moment from your travels anytime you wished, which quintessential perfect moment would you pick?
Oh, man.
Too many?
So many. I love snorkeling.
Oh.
It like takes me to another place.
Literally,
like I love stargazing and I love snorkeling so much. Both top 10 favorite activities ever. And snorkeling in Hawaii with sea turtles, like tons of sea turtles, and just looking down and feeling like it's like Ariel's grotto beneath me, and just like insanely colored fish, and just like if I could just pop myself back into snorkeling in like perfect temperature water. Actually, I'm like, all of these amazing times that I was in amazing temperature water come to mind.
You are a water baby.
I'm a water girl. I love to, snorkeling, and or I went to Jamaica with some friends, and being in that water just like it feels like nice bath water when it's so clear and you can see through it. Like
it's like it almost to me sometimes feels like body temperature sort of to where you almost don't even feel the temperature of the water. It's like you may as well be standing outside.
You're just floating.
Yeah.
You're literally floating.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
I
believe it from your dreamy smile.
Yeah.
I'd transport myself to snorkeling in like perfectly temperature, crystal clean water in Hawaii. I was also boogie boarding in the water in Hawaii.
Boogie boarding?
Boogie boarding. And I kept losing. I lost 3 goggles. I would go out and bring my goggles and snorkel and boogie board too hard. The goggles would disappear. I'd like go to the beach. I luckily had a backup pair.
That's wild. So you knew you would lose them?
Well, actually, no. It was my ex. My ex was like, "You can use my pair. I'm not using them." So I.
But then the third pair.
Then I went to a little shop, bought some new goggles, and lost those too.
Oh my
gosh! So in Hawaii, there are a bunch of sea turtles with goggles.
They're like, these are really nice.
The thieves.
The sea turtle thieves.
I love picturing with their little fins them pulling the goggles out. Okay, well, Knutti, is there a local custom you've observed while traveling that you've implemented or wish you'd implemented into your daily life?
Siestas, baby.
Dude, fuck yeah. I don't think we've had anybody say.
Really?
I feel like say siestas.
I feel like I've heard it once or
I feel
twice,
like we should hear it every time.
It should be every time.
We should all be doing siestas.
I agree.
I have always had real like nap anxiety. Like I'm
that you're missing.
hard on myself about taking naps. I feel like naps are for babies, you know?
Yeah.
And then being in Spain and it just is so normal. It's like if we all agree that we're napping right now, it's cool.
Yeah.
Nobody has to have FOMO. Nobody has to feel like a little stupid baby. We're all just doing our siesta.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. But it is hard because that's one that you need a buy-in from the whole culture. So it's the one you can't just like
I can't be like, sorry, boss, I gotta take a little nappy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it is sad because like when I worked at Deluxe, at least, there would be people like napping in their cars for their lunch break. Like they were getting their siestas, but I was also like, are these people really exhausted? Like, are they okay? Although once I took a siesta in the Sprouts parking lot because I get really tired from driving. It's like a thing where like apparently if you have a certain like ratio of liquid in your ear that controls your balance, like vibrations from the car, a plane or a train or whatever can put you to sleep like you're a baby.
Cute.
And I have that.
And you're a baby.
And I'm a baby, which makes driving really scary. So sometimes after work I would drive to Sprouts to like go grocery shopping, but by the time I pulled in I was like barely staying awake. So I was like, I'll just like nap for like 5 to 10 minutes and then I can reboot. And a lady knocked on my window and she was like, are you okay?
Oh my God.
So embarrassed.
Babies are not supposed to be left in the car.
She overheated. Her boyfriend's inside shopping and he didn't roll down the windows. Yeah. So I think siesta is great.
I'm like, actually,
Agreed.
I ought to take one right after this.
I know. Okay. That sounds pretty nice.
I love
that. Okay. We've got one last round of questions.
Okay.
But it's a lightning round.
Okay.
So first thing that comes to your head.
Great.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
They're going to be either ors.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
City or country?
City.
Yep.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
History or modern?
Modern.
Clubs or cafes?
Cafes.
Early bird or night owl?
Oh, sorry. Neither. Just the day.
Just the day. Okay.
I guess early, but not too early.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave. Okay.
Fancy or casual?
Casual.
Fast or slow?
Slow.
Dogs or cats or cows or monkeys?
Monkeys.
All right, Knutti. We are going to put all of this data into our separate algorithms to come up with your dream trip.
Oh my God.
It's going to take us a second.
Okay.
We're going to take a break.
Okay, great.
If you want to take a nap,
yes,
feel free.
I do.
And we will be right back with
Amazing.
your dream trips.
Wake me up with my dream trip.
Okay. Hi, taking a quick ad break here. I don't know if you heard my first one last week. I did sign up for Fora. So if you're interested, if you need a travel agent, hit me up. Garrett.palm@fora.travel, I believe is the email, and I'll have a website soon. You can also check out garrettpalm.substack.com for my travel writing. Also, I'll give you travel advice for free. You don't have to do anything. If you email garrett.palm@fora, FORA.travel, I'll give you free travel advice. And I think if I do book you a hotel, awesome. I just get commission off of that. That's it. There's no extra cost to you. All right, back to the show. And we're back. Rachel, why don't you go first? I feel like the last several times I've gone first.
All right, Knutti. For your dream trip, your dream chip.
Doritos.
I am sending you for a 2-week vacation to Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands. So I know you want to be working on your Spanish, so this would be the perfect opportunity because both areas are Spanish speaking.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede. So first off, you'll stop in Quito, Ecuador on your way to the Galapagos Islands. And there you'll be staying at Casa Gangotena, which is the 6th best hotel in the world, apparently.
Ooh.
Very exciting. They have a Cirque du Soleil Quito, so you will be going to see a show. And then I was originally just going to have you stay in Ecuador for like a little bit of time so you can explore their UNESCO World Heritage Site in their historic center, which has a ton of colonial architecture, so you'll get to see the churches and stuff. Cool to get a little historical background, but I decided to have you stay longer because I want you to go to Puyo, which is a monkey sanctuary. So they have howler monkeys, capuchin, a bunch of different monkey species. So you'll get to say hi to them, and then you'll also eat at Zazu, which is a really nice fine dining restaurant where they use local ingredients and all that kind of stuff, so you can try the local cooking. You'll also have lunch in Old Town, which is like where you'll get to experience a traditional Ecuadorian meal to get a sense for that. I will also, while you're around Ecuador, have you do day trips to Mindo Cloud Forest, which is known for its biodiversity, waterfalls, and chocolate tours. I'll also send you to Papalacta Hot Springs and Mitad del Mundo, where you can stand with one foot in each hemisphere.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cute. Also, I forgot to say, you'll be going on this trip either with a kitty or with friends of your choice.
Amazing.
Whatever you're thinking.
Amazing.
So now we get to the main chunk of the trip, which is the Galapagos Islands. I kind of want you to have like a complete break from the world. So it may be that, like phone doesn't work here, doesn't come, but you're going to be like fully immersed in Galapagos Islands.
Yes.
So it's going to be a lot of snorkeling. You'll be staying at the top hotels. You're going to go start off in Santa Cruz Island, where you'll explore Puerto Ayora and visit the Charles Darwin Research Station, which is kind of cool. But the Galapagos is known for having a ton of animal species, which is why the research station is important. And you'll get to enjoy Tortuga Bay, where you can either kayak or go snorkeling. Then you're going to go to Isabella Island, where you'll hike the Sierra Negra volcano crater and visit the lava tunnel. And you'll also snorkel with some sea turtles.
Oh my God.
Because they be chilling there. And then I'll also have you go to I'm like a couple different islands. I just want to highlight what kind of animals you're going to be seeing, because I know you're a very animal-based traveler. Animals you're going to come across are the Galapagos sea lion, land iguanas, Sally Lightfoot crabs, green sea turtles, the Galapagos penguin, Darwin's finches, flamingos, blue-footed boobies, giant tortoises, which you can meet one that's 130 years old, marine iguanas, lava lizards, and there are even sharks, but they're not dangerous.
Wow.
And a frigate bird, which looks like a blackbird with a giant red, like it almost looks like a bullfrog kind of like.
Looks like it has a balloon in its shirt.
Yeah. So you'll see a lot of crazy animals. The fish are just as spectacular, a lot of like neon, crazy colors. And I'll also be having you going to some of the top restaurants, like a place you'll be saying is the Finch Bay Hotel, which has the Finch Bay restaurant attached where they have a lot of gourmet options and also a spa. So you'll be getting a lot of massages.
Good. I need that.
I know you need that. There's also another restaurant called Muyu that's a pioneer project focusing on Galapagos cuisine in evolution with an emphasis on reduced waste and local ingredients, which would just be cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So you're mostly going to be like snorkeling, hiking, spa, enjoying good food, taking your siestas.
Yeah.
You will also, some quirky things you can choose to visit are the Wall of Tears, which is a 25-meter tall stone wall built by convicts. Apparently, it's a strange and ominous relic of the island's past.
Okay.
If you want to see that. Or I think you would really enjoy this. You can go to Post Office Bay on the Florana Island. And this bay has a unique tradition of exchanging postcards. So you can leave a postcard in the barrel and somebody else might deliver it to its destination and you can deliver somebody else's postcard.
Wow.
Which would be a fun little day adventure.
That sounds great.
Throughout this, you're going to meet some locals who you can speak Spanish to and who are excited to do that. So that's kind of basically like the full trip I'm offering to you.
Incredible.
Okay.
Wow. I don't know how you're going to top that.
Yeah, we'll see. So, Knutti, I'm also sending you to South America.
Okay, amazing.
And I'm also sending you with either a kitty or a couple of friends. Mm-hmm. I am sending you to Argentina.
Ooh, also have not been.
Yeah. So I have not been either, and I've always wanted to go. Mm-hmm. But your trip's largely gonna be in and around in Buenos Aires. Mm-hmm. But you will get out a little bit as well. In Buenos Aires, you're going to see a show called Fuerza Bruta, which has been a immersive, high-energy show with aerial stunts, pounding music, and water effects for 20 years.
Ooh.
And the images, it's people in the flying in the sky. It's like. Look at that. There's like a group of people in the sky with rain coming on them. Coming down on them. There's people holding hands flying around. It looks crazy. And it's been a show for like 20 years. And it's like a big deal in Buenos Aires.
It looks like a better version of the like Universal show, the Waterworld show.
Yeah. I'm going to send you to tango clubs.
What's that?
Oh,
Tango. So you'll watch them, and then maybe a sexy man asks you to dance.
I hope.
A sexy man asks you to dance,
or a cute grandpa.
Yeah. Which either you dance with him or you dance with your kitty, who's like, no, you're dancing with me.
No.
So there's a little fight over you.
Okay, fun.
So depending on what you want there. And then I'm going to send you to, there's it's what are those bars called where you walk in through somewhere else? A speakeasy. Ooh. Where you go through a flower shop. It's one of the world's top 50 bars called Floreria Atlantico.
Okay, fun.
Very like kind of sexy vibes in there. You'll do like a tour of street art in Palermo, the neighborhood. Ooh. You'll walk around San Telmo on a Sunday where they have a market with antiques, empanadas, live street tango, more tango. You'll eat a lot of steak, amazing steak, chimichurri, empanadas, a lot of sweets with dulce de leche.
Good.
Then I'll send you to Iguazu Falls. Which is, have you heard of this?
No.
It's the largest waterfall system in the world. It's huge. It's like,
I do love a waterfall.
yeah, and this is like waterfalls upon waterfalls. It's in the middle of the rainforest on the border with Brazil, and it is gigantic.
That's amazing.
It is gigantic. I'm going to have you stay at an eco lodge near here, just in the jungle, with pool, beautiful pools along the river. It's
Wow.
It's an enormous.
Looks like a puzzle.
System. That photo especially, that would be a hard puzzle because there's so much that's just water flowing. How did you know where that particular waterfall part goes?
Oh, I'd know.
Okay, it's true you would. Also, there you'd see monkeys in the trees as you're swimming in your pool. Capuchins, howlers, and teeties. All sorts of monkeys all around there. And then finally, the last bit, I'm going to send you snorkeling. You've snorkeled with tortoises, with turtles, sea turtles.
Yeah.
Have you snorkeled with playful sea lions?
No. Wait, you can do that in the Galapagos too, though.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Because this said it was a unique, only here in the world kind of thing.
I haven't done that before.
Where they play with you? The sea lions
Wow.
play with you?
I just want to say that you literally can because I looked it up.
And
Well, you didn't say it.
are they happy to be there?
Too.
When you're there, yes. They're happy to be with you.
I just want to make sure that they're happy.
I know. Everything I read, I didn't see anything that said that they are not happy.
Okay, good.
Is that playing
Wow.
with you like that? Rachel's showing a picture of a sea lion, and I'm showing a picture of a sea lion giving a snorkeler a kiss. These two images are not the same.
I'll find somebody fucking kissing.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're mostly going to be in Buenos Aires, but with a couple of trips to the waterfalls in the Eco Lodge, and to the coast. I believe the town it's near is Puerto Madryn. Is where you'll see the sea lions.
Oh my god.
And they do have like strict rules. You can only be out there for 45 minutes. And that's the regional authority mandates how long you can spend with the sea lions. So there is like people looking out for their well-being.
People are paying attention to this.
Paying attention. I don't know how well, but that it is. There are rules in place to protect the sea lions.
Okay, good.
All right.
I hear the Galapagos sends the sea lions to college for free. Just saying.
It's really a waste of their time because they're blue collar workers. Really, they just go out there and eat fish, and sending them to school for free.
Their teachers are so frustrated too because they're always goofing off.
Yeah, they're always goofing off, and then they come back, and the ones that actually take to schooling, they come back and they're like, "Is this all there is in life? Is eating fish?"
Yeah, they just get kind of depressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. Okay, so you can go ahead and talk through it.
I want to go on both of these trips.
Okay.
Send me the information.
Okay, we'll send you the information, but we do have to report to our boss.
Yeah, I have to choose one.
Who?
Well, you guys have really done a great job. I love
Thank you.
this travel agency. I'm so glad water is a part of both of my trip options, and animals are a part of both. I like that both have city experiences, but also, chillin' island life or rainforest life. I think I have to go to the Galapagos before I die. I have to go to the Galapagos Islands. I haven't ever thought of that for myself, but I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
what
it
am
was
I
like,
not
this
doing
kind of
there?
has Knutti written all over it.
Yeah. I'm in. I like all my activities. I like the speakeasy pitch.
Yeah.
I do love a secret. I love when something is a secret, like a speakeasy.
No one knows about this place. It's one of the top 50 bars in the world, and only you know about it.
Wait, I'm curious. How do you feel about the tango part of the pitch? Were you into it, or do you like to dance?
I love to dance. No, I think that's cool. I like the tango part of the pitch. I think that'd be a really fun time. I've been dancing with you. Workout dancing.
Yeah. Workout dancing.
Workout dancing is different.
It is different.
No, it'd be fun.
I figured, when you're in Buenos Aires, you have that's.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say, because I had the advantage over you, because I obviously know Knutti better.
Yeah.
The tons of steak, I think, isn't a plus for you, right? Or is it?
I like steak.
Oh, okay.
I like steak a lot.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's all you're going to eat.
Yeah.
But it's going to be
It's what
the
it's
best.
known for,
It's
though.
what it's known for, and it's some
Yeah.
of the best steak in the world.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's
a perk.
That's a plus.
Okay.
That
Okay.
sounds really good. Honestly, like South America is one of my favorite. I would like to go to more places in South America. I've only been to Nicaragua. Oh wait, that's Central. Mm-hmm. I've never been to South America.
Baby, you gotta go.
Yeah, you got to go.
Oh my god.
Especially if you like want to practice speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really grateful that in South America in general, Chileans can be kind of cold about it, but in general, people are really excited to speak Spanish with you.
Nice.
Whereas I feel like in France, like if you went to Paris, they would be like, "Get the fuck out!"
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Paris, but the rest of France is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Send me my travel
Itinerary.
information.
Yeah. Well, once we get funding, we'll for sure add you to the list of people that we are actually sending to these places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet
Right
back
away.
up afterward. And
Yeah,
I'll
and
tell
we'll-
you how it goes.
Yes. We'll do a follow-up podcast.
The waterfalls also do sound really nice. Like I
You're not
want to
going,
do
though.
all
You're
of
not
this.
going, though.
I want to do
you
all
chose
of it.
Ecuador, so
I'm excited for Ecuador and for the water. And
Yeah. Well, because I was also thinking temperature-wise, Argentina's not necessarily like tropical.
No, it's true.
It's a little colder.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on where you are. Again, like the rainforest on the border with Brazil, that's tropical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the tropics.
Yeah. The sea lions is not tropical water.
Oh no, I want to be in warm.
Yeah, yeah.
The
water.
Galapagos ones are tropical.
Yeah, that's what I want, and that's why I picked the Galapagos.
Mm-hmm.
That's so exciting.
Is the Galapagos tropical water?
How would it not be?
It's pretty close to the equator.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, it probably is. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Ending it at the most
Yeah.
awkward moment. Like,
Thank you.
and I'm wrong. Okay.
And I'm wrong.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Kennedy.
guys.
Yeah.
What a delight.
Yeah. We had a blast.
Can't
I
wait
hope
to
you
go on my trips.
had. Yep. Okay. Well, yep. And that will definitely happen eventually.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap.
Yep. On this episode, I think, I don't know. She said the one thing she says in the episode is that she, like a place with hot guys would be nice.
Are you trying to say you don't believe women?
Okay, we gotta go. Thank you.
To be fair, I've known Knutti for a very long time, and I knew she would have a sweet spot for aquatic creatures.
Yeah.
The only
A little
thing,
outside knowledge.
yeah, the only thing that can trump hot kitties for Knutti is sea turtles. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think both trips would be fun. Galapagos and Argentina.
No, I don't think you pitched a puppet.
Right?
Right?
I think, yeah. Well, I mean, next time we go to South America, we should try both of those.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty close together.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, they're not. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. Give us 5 stars. Tell
Don't
your
forget
friends.
to leave a review.
Leave a review. We like reading them. They warm our heart when we read them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have a great trip.
Bye.
Bye.